Stop. Before you touch your phone, listen. Every morning, your first thoughts are programming your brain. Most days, it sounds like this M behind. M tired. Today's going to be hard. Now shift the scene. You wake up not in a messy bedroom, but in a cold stone room in ancient Rome. Outside, an empire waits for your decisions. Wars, plagues, enemies, betrayal. The man in that room, Marcus Aurelius, doesn't start his day with panic, scrolling, or stress. He starts it with chosen thoughts, affirmations, commands to his own mind. In this video, you're going to borrow his method. 10 powerful Stoic morning affirmations designed to rewire your brain from anxiety and chaos to clarity, strength, and calm. Here's the deal. Listen all the way through. Repeat each line out loud or silently. Let them sink in while you breathe. Do this for the next 7 mornings and don't be surprised when you stop waking up as a victim of the day and start rising like a Stoic emperor of your own life. Take a breath in, hold, exhale. Let's begin. Affirmation 1. I wake up today as a student of life, not a victim of it. Some mornings it feels like life is already against you before you even get out of bed. The alarm is too early. The body is heavy, and the first thought is, here we go again. That is the voice of the victim. But today we're changing that story. Say it with me. I wake up today as a student of life, not a victim of it. Again, a little slower. I wake up today as a student of life, not a victim of it. Marcus Aurelius began many days by reminding himself, you will meet ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful people today. He didn't do that to complain, but to prepare. To him, every difficulty was a lesson, a training ground. Seneca wrote, fire tests, gold suffering tests, brave men. A student doesn't ask, why is this happening to me? A student asks, what is this trying to teach me? Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath in 234, hold 23, exhale 23, 4, 5. Today, life will send you tests, a traffic jam, a rude message, a delay, a small failure. Instead of spiraling, catch yourself and whisper, I'm a student, not a victim. Here's your practice. Pick one thing that goes wrong today, just one. When it happens, write down or say, what happened? What is life trying to teach me here? Patience, boundaries, humility, focus. By doing this, you're rewiring your brain. You're training it to see opportunity where it used to see only attack. That is stoicism in action. Not big speeches, but tiny shifts repeated every day. Let's reset again. Breathe in. Say it one more time with me. I wake up today as a student of life, not a victim of it. If you truly live this for just 24 hours, the world around you won't change much, but the world inside you will look completely different. Stay with me. In the next affirmation, we go even deeper from being a student of life to becoming the master of your own mind. Affirmation 2. I control my mind. My mind does not control me. There is a silent assumption most people live with. If I think it, it must be true. But the Stoics knew better. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And how you react is decided by what you believe about your thoughts. Say it with me, I control my mind. My mind does not control me. Again, I control my mind. My mind does not control me. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, and betrayal, but he wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your thoughts are not royal decrees. They are like visitors knocking at the door. Some are useful, some are liars. You choose who gets to enter. Take a slow breath in, 2 on 34. Hold, exhale, 23, 4, 5. Think of a recent thought that dragged you down. Am not good enough. Am going to fail. Nothing ever works for me. Instead of wrestling with it, try this, label it. This is just a thought, not a fact. When you give it that label, you create a tiny gap, and in that gap lives your freedom. Your practice today, pick one repeating negative thought. Every time it appears, say, in your mind, just a thought. Then replace it with a chosen thought. For example, am learning. I can grow from this. It'll do the next right thing. You're not trying to force fake positivity. You're choosing useful thoughts over automatic destructive ones. Reset with me. Breathe in. Now say it again. I control my mind. My mind does not control me. If you do this consistently, even just for a week, you'll notice something strange. The thoughts that used to bully you start losing their power. And once you begin to control your mind, the next step becomes possible meeting the chaos of the day, not with panic, but with calm and dignity. That's our next affirmation. Affirmation 3, I will meet whatever comes today with calm and dignity. Picture this: someone cuts you off in traffic. A coworker sends a passive-aggressive message. Plans collapse at the last minute. Most people react instantly: anger, sarcasm, panic. But Marcus Aurelius trained for these moments. He wrote that when we wake, we should expect selfish, annoying, unjust people, and then choose not to be like them. Say it with me: I will meet whatever comes today with calm and dignity. Again, slower: I will meet whatever comes today with calm and dignity. Calm doesn't mean weak. Dignity doesn't mean cold. It means you refuse to let your character be hijacked by someone else's chaos. Take a breath in, 234. Hold, exhale, 2345. Imagine Marcus in a war council. Generals arguing, news of defeat coming in, pressure from all sides. He cannot control the news, but he can control the quality of his response. Stoicism is not about having an easy life. It's about bringing a steady mind to a difficult one. Here is your practice today. Before you open a message you're nervous about, before you step into a tough room or call, pause for just 10 seconds. In those 10 seconds, straighten your posture. Take one deep breath. Say quietly, calm and dignity. You are signaling to your nervous system, we respond, we don't react. Seneca wrote, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Those 10 seconds are not wasted time. They are your shield. Let's reset once more. Breathe in. Now repeat, I will meet whatever comes today with calm and dignity. Notice how different your day feels when you decide this in advance. You're no longer at the mercy of events. You're the one choosing how you show up. And once you start showing up with calm and dignity, you're ready for the next step on this Stoic path, focusing your energy only on what you can control and letting go of the rest. That's our fourth affirmation. Affirmation 4, I focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. Most people wake up and within minutes are already fighting battles they can never win. Traffic, weather, other people's moods, the algorithm, the past. No wonder they feel exhausted by 9 a.m. Stoicism draws a bold line through your life. On one side, things you can control. On the other, things you cannot. Your peace lives on only one side of that line. Say it with me: I focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. Again, slower: I focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. In other words, the problem is not always the event, it's your insistence that the event must be different. Take a deep breath in, 234, hold, exhale, 2345. Here's a simple way to apply this today. Imagine two mental lists. List 1, things I can control today: my effort, my attitude, my words, my actions, what I pay attention to. List 2, things I cannot control: other people's opinions, the past, random luck, the timing of everything. When you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, which list am I focusing on right now? Then gently bring your attention back to list 1. Your practice: choose one situation that is currently stressing you. Write it down in one sentence. Underline what is in your control, your action, your response. Cross out what is not in your control. Other people, outcomes, timing. This is you, step by step, rewiring your brain away from helplessness and toward agency. Reset with me, breathe in. Now say it again. I focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. When you do this consistently, you stop wasting energy on storms. You can't stop and start using that energy to steer your own ship. And once you choose virtue over helpless comfort, you're ready for the next affirmation, where we talk about trading excuses for growth and character. Affirmation 5, I choose virtue over comfort and growth over excuses. Comfort is seductive. The extra 20 minutes in bed. One more scroll, avoiding the hard conversation just for today. But add this up over 365 days, and comfort quietly becomes a cage. Say it with me: I choose virtue over comfort and growth over excuses. Again, I choose virtue over comfort and growth over excuses. For the Stoics, virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, self-discipline was the only real good. Marcus Aurelius didn't pray for an easy life. He wrote, do not pray for an easy life, but for the strength to endure a difficult one. Your character is built in those exact moments when comfort whispers, skip it. It doesn't matter. Take a breath in 234. Hold exhale. 2345. Imagine two versions of you waking up. Version 1 hits snooze scrolls, complains, delays the most important task. Version 2 stretches, gets up, and spends even 10 focused minutes on something that matters. Reading, writing, planning, creating. Over a week, it's a small difference. Over a year, it's a different life, your practice today. Choose one area where you've been making excuses, health work, learning, relationships. Define one virtue-aligned action. You've been avoiding a workout, a difficult call, 20 minutes of deep work. Do a small version of it today, 5-10 minutes. Not perfect, just real. Seneca said, while we are postponing life speeds by, your excuses will always sound reasonable, but they will also quietly steal your potential. Reset with me. Breathe in. Now repeat, I choose virtue over comfort and growth over excuses. As you live this out, you start to feel something powerful: self-respect. The quiet pride of someone who does the right thing, even when it's not easy. And once you start choosing growth over excuses, life will respond with what you need next: challenges. In the next affirmation, we'll learn how to turn every one of those challenges into raw material for your strength. Affirmation 6, every challenge is raw material for my strength. Most people see challenges as interruptions to the life they should be living. Stoics see challenges as the very material from which a strong life is built. Say it with me. Every challenge is raw material for my strength. Again, every challenge is raw material for my strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Imagine a fire. Whatever you throw into it, wood, paper, broken furniture, it uses as fuel. Your mind can be that fire. Take a breath in, 234, hold exhale, 2345. Think about a recent challenge, a rejection, a failure, an illness, a difficult person. Most people stop at, this is unfair. The Stoic question is, how can this be used to build patience, courage, humility, discipline, compassion? Your practice today. Choose one challenge you're facing right now. Complete this sentence in writing or out loud. This challenge is raw material for my work. Maybe it's your patience, your focus, your resilience, your ability to say no. Then decide on one small action that turns that raw material into strength. If it's patience, pause before reacting. If it's courage, say what needs to be said. If it's discipline, show up even if you don't feel like it. Remember, muscles don't grow without resistance. Neither does character. Reset with me, breathe in. Now say it again. Every challenge is raw material for my strength. When you start to see life this way, something powerful happens. You stop being afraid of hard things. You start looking at them the way a blacksmith looks at iron. It's going to take heat and pressure, but this is how I make something strong. And once you begin using challenges as fuel, you're ready for an even deeper Stoic truth. Your time here is short, and that's exactly why today cannot be wasted. That's our next affirmation. Affirmation 7, I am here for a short time. I will not waste today. One day your phone will ring with a message you never wanted to read, a diagnosis, an accident, a loss. In those moments, time suddenly becomes very real. Minutes feel sharp. Small things don't matter anymore. The Stoics didn't wait for tragedy to remember this. They reminded themselves every day. Say it with me, I am here for a short time. I will not waste today. Again, slower, I am here for a short time. I will not waste today. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. He wasn't being dark, he was being honest. When you realize your time is limited, you stop living like you have an infinite amount of later. Take a deep breath in, 234. Hold exhale, 2345. Think of your life as a book. You don't know what page you're on. You like to imagine you're somewhere in the middle, but you might be closer to the end than you think. That's not a reason to panic. It's a reason to prioritize. Today will give you 24 hours, roughly 440 minutes. How many of them will you spend on autopilot? Your practice today is simple but powerful. Choose one thing that genuinely matters to you, but keeps getting pushed to tomorrow. A conversation you've been avoiding. A small project that lights you up. An act of kindness you keep postponing. Do a small, tangible piece of it today, not the whole thing, just 10, 20 minutes. At the end of the day, ask yourself, if every day were like today, where would my life be in a year? Remember, what you repeatedly do with one day is what your life becomes. Reset with me. Breathe in. Now say it again. I am here for a short time. I will not waste today. The Stoics used memento mori, remember that you will die, not to depress themselves, but to wake themselves up. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. You might not control how long you live, but you do control whether you show up for this day fully or sleepwalk through it." So imagine this you at the end of your life looking back at today. Would you be proud of how you spent it, or would you wish you had been a little more present, a little braver, a little more honest? You can't fix yesterday. You don't own tomorrow. You only have this one day right in front of you. And once you see how short and precious your time is, a deeper shift becomes possible. You stop letting moods decide your actions and start letting your values lead the way. That's our next affirmation. Affirmation 8, I will act according to my values, not my moods. Imagine if your entire life were controlled by the weather. Sunny. You work hard and are kind. Cloudy. You procrastinate and snap at people. Stormy. You give up completely. That's how most of us live, except the weather is our moods. Say it with me. I will act according to my values, not my moods. Again, slower. I will act according to my values, not my moods. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At every moment, keep a sturdy mind on the task at hand, as a Roman and a man, to do what is in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." He didn't say only when you feel like it. Stoicism is about consistency, not convenience. Take a deep breath in, 234, hold exhale, 23, 4, 5. Your moods change like clouds, sometimes several times in an hour. Your values can be like mountains, steady grounded, unmoved by passing storms. Here's your practice. Take a moment to name 3 core values you want to live by. For example, integrity, courage, kindness. Discipline, service. Pick one situation today where your mood usually takes over: when you're tired after work, when someone is rude, when you feel anxious before a task. In that moment, pause and ask, what action would match my values, not my mood? Then do that, even if it's just a small gesture. Maybe your mood wants to scroll, but your value is discipline, so you work for 10 focused minutes. Maybe your mood wants to attack, but your value is kindness, so you respond firmly but without cruelty. Seneca said, "How long will you wait before you demand the best of yourself?" The best of yourself isn't a mood, it's a standard. Reset with me. Breathe in. Now repeat, I will act according to my values, not my moods. When you start living this way, something magical happens. You trust yourself more. You don't have to guess who you're going to be today. You already decided. Think of it this way. Your moods are like the wind, but your values are the compass. If you sail by the wind alone, you'll drift in circles. If you sail by your compass, you may still face storms, but you'll actually get somewhere. And once you understand what's truly yours to act on, another weight begins to lift. You realize you're responsible for your actions, but not for the entire universe. That's where we go next. Affirmation 9. I am responsible for my actions, not for the entire universe. There's a special kind of exhaustion that comes not from working hard, but from trying to carry everything. Other people's happiness, everyone's expectations, every outcome, every mistake, yours and theirs. Say it with me, I am responsible for my actions, not for the entire universe. Again, slower, I am responsible for my actions, not for the entire universe. Marcus Aurelius carried an empire on his shoulders, yet he still wrote, "Do not worry about things you cannot control. Do your duty and let go." He understood a critical Stoic distinction. You are not the director of the universe. You are an actor in it, responsible for your lines, your effort, your role. Take a deep breath in. 234, hold exhale, 23, 4, 5. Think about an area where you feel crushing pressure, trying to fix a family member's life, trying to make everyone like you, trying to guarantee that nothing ever goes wrong. Some responsibility is healthy, but when you start believing everything is on you, you're putting yourself in a role you were never meant to play. Here's your practice. Draw 3 mental circles, inner circle. My actions, what I say, do decide. Middle circle, my influence people. I can advise, support, encourage, but not control. Outer circle. Everything else, weather, economy, luck, other people's choices. When you feel overwhelmed, ask, am I stressing about my actions or about something in the outer circles? If it's outside your action circle, shift your focus back to, what is one honest, responsible action I can take? Then consciously release the rest. You can be kind, but you can't force someone to heal. You can work hard, but you can't force a specific outcome. You can love someone, but you can't live their life for them. Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This isn't apathy, it's clarity. Reset with me. Breathe in. Repeat. I am responsible for my actions, not for the entire universe. Ask yourself, what load am I carrying today that I was never actually asked to carry? Sometimes the most stoic thing you can do is to do your work well, act with integrity, and then let go of what happens next. When you stop trying to be the god of outcomes, you free energy to be a better human in your own role. And now when you understand your responsibility and your limits, you're ready for the final step in this morning practice, not just hoping to someday become your best self, but actually living today as if you already are that person. That's our 10th affirmation. Affirmation 10. Today I will live as if I have already become the person I want to be. Most people wait. They wait to feel confident before they speak up. They wait to feel motivated before they take action. They wait to become their best self someday, and that day never quite arrives. The Stoics flipped this. They knew identity is not something you find, it's something you build one action at a time. Say it with me today. I will live as if I have already become the person I want to be. Again, slower. Today I will live as if I have already become the person I want to be. Epictetus wrote, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Decide who you are, then act in line with that decision even if your feelings haven't caught up yet. Take a deep breath in, 234, hold exhale, 2345. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the person you want to become. Calm, disciplined, kind, focused, reliable. How do they start their morning? How do they respond to problems? How do they speak to people they love and to themselves? Your practice today, write one sentence. The person I want to be is someone who maybe keeps promises, faces fear, finishes what they start, treats others with respect. Then ask, if I were already that person today, what would I do in the next hour? Choose one concrete action that your future self would take and do it now, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable. You are not faking. You are training. Just like an athlete trains like a champion before they ever win a title, you act like your future self before you fully feel like them. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait to feel like a wise emperor before he wrote Meditations. He wrote because he was becoming one. Reset with me. Breathe in. Now repeat today, I will live as if I have already become the person I want to be. Imagine if for the next 30 days you live by this affirmation, just a little bit each morning. Not perfectly, just consistently. Small choices repeated, getting up when you said you would. Speaking more honestly. Doing the work you'd usually avoid. Treating people the way your best self would. Gradually, something shifts. You stop chasing your best self like a ghost in the future, and you start embodying it here and now, one decision at a time. And that's the heart of this whole practice. From the first affirmation to the 10th, you've been training your mind like Marcus Aurelius did, not with magic but with deliberate thoughts and actions. You've chosen to be a student, not a victim, to control your mind, not be controlled by it, to meet the day with calm dignity, virtue, courage, to respect your time, honor your values, carry only your rightful responsibilities, and to live today as if you are already the person you are meant to become. Take one last deep breath in. Hold, exhale slowly. Your morning doesn't just belong to the world. It belongs to you, and your mind is your empire. If this spoke to you, don't let it be just another motivational video that you forget in 10 minutes. Turn it into a ritual. Save this video and listen to it every morning for the next 7 days. Comment below one word so I know you're serious, empire. Share this with one person who wakes up anxious or overwhelmed. And if you want more Stoic tools, stories, and morning practices inspired by Marcus Aurelius, subscribe to Making Life Better and join this small community of people training their minds quietly every day. Remember, you may not be the emperor of Rome, but you are the ruler of your own mind, and your morning is where your empire begins.